Hello, Westworlders, and welcome back to our run through Season 1 of Westworld. We're building through 1 and 2 so that we can get to the premiere of Season 3 and react to these episodes together. My name is Sean O'Connell. I'm the Managing Director here at CinemaBlend, and I'm doing this reaction series to hopefully give you guys, who have potentially seen it already, a recap of the things that happened through 1 and 2. But you're also able to watch it through the eyes of someone who is witnessing it for the very first time. As we got through episodes 6 and 7, some major things kicked in, including a huge reveal about Bernard and some more details about what Ford has been up to, the board getting involved and the disruptions that might cause, Maeve advancing her storyline, and then Dolores and William also getting to a place where they are now potentially pushing their way into the furthest outreaches of the park in general. So I can't wait to dive into Episode 8 of Season 1. This one is called Trace Decay. I'm going to press play on that. You guys are going to do me a favor. Go down, hit subscribe, turn on your notifications. We love everybody who is subscribed to the channel already. I've heard some people say that they love the fact that they turned on the notifications because it tells them every time a new Westworld reaction video drops, or any video that we put up on this YouTube channel. We thank everybody who's agreeing to follow along with us. So, without further ado, let's get through episode 8 of season 1 of Westworld, Trace Decay, and we'll get a little bit closer to what's going on in this murderous park. Ooh, see, I swear every episode begins with a host waking up.
My God.
God has nothing to do with it.
Raise this place to hell!
It's enough, Bernard. You're not the first man to threaten me. Arnold came to feel the way you do. And I need you to be yourself, your true self. Smart, resourceful, capable of covering your tracks.
Wow.
How would you like me to proceed?
Jeffrey Wright. Sir.
I need you to clean up your mess, Bernard. When you have finished, I will free you from those memories of what you have done. And the memory of your relationship with Teresa.
Weird. It's literally like Maeve is going crazy. Yeah, see? Here's memories of these past programs.
I can't tell which is real. What happened to the little girl in my dreams?
I could check.
No, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It's all a story created by you to keep me here.
Correct.
But that's not going to work any longer. I'm getting out.
It's not like we could stop you anyways.
Oh, Sylvester, you disappoint me. Every host's spine, mine included, has an explosive charge which will detonate if I try to leave.
But you need a full rebuild to replace it.
I'm sure that can be arranged. I'll need administrative privileges.
Are you fucking kidding? We can't just give her control of other hosts.
Oh, yes, you will, darling.
You two are grossly incompetent. How on earth did you get hired? William, I still think she's playing you somehow. Ooh.
William.
He's like, he's a robot. He doesn't really need water.
New recruit. Told him a man and a woman double-crossed us.
Logan. He'll be dead in minutes. We can't wait, Dolores.
He's not gone yet.
Put a bullet in his AI skull, William.
William?
We found her up on Python Pass, the bottom of a ravine. Same ravine where we found our stray woodcutter.
It appears to have been a slip and fall. This was found near the body. It's loaded with a suite of proprietary data, including some of the host's core code.
Do we know who the data was intended for?
No, the transmission was never sent.
It's a disappointing end to her story, isn't it?
All of this feels extremely unlike her. She seemed most concerned with the new narrative.
Certainly helps explain Clementine. It seems yesterday's demonstration was a hoax. To that end, the expansive access and oversight granted to QA will need to be reined in until a new, more principled team can be installed.
It's gonna leave us short-handed.
Oh, I can automate most of the park's safety protocols. It is a bit of work. But with Bernard's help, I should be able to do it. He will be reinstated as head of behavior.
Of course, with my apologies.
God, Hopkins is so good. He gives me goosebumps, he's so good. So much of it's just pronunciation.
I've learned what I needed.
Felix. Buddy.
Who is Arnold?
I don't know, sweetheart. All Let's Hear can do is boost your sense of humor. Anything deeper than that, you need a trip to behavior.
So I'm going to need you to take me there.
No fucking way.
There's a window during shift change.
When you make a system update, it puts her out, right?
Yeah, then we brick her.
Yeah, you guys should have a lot more control over the host than you seem to actually do. Come on, boys. I know you're butchers, but be smarter than that. Come on.
You're here to be the loser.
Loser.
You see, the house always wins.
Ugh, I want to go back and watch this from episode 1.
I figured they retired you. Who did this to you?
Wyatt's men.
Eddie.
Oh, look out. What the hell? Who is this big beast? Ooh. Ooh.
Well, you can't remember shit, but you still managed to lead us to Wyatt's crew.
Actually, I did remember something. You.
Ooh. I wish that Harris had a name.
Straight down the hall.
What can we call him? Is she really? Dude!
Am I interrupting?
Oh, no, not on the contrary. I wanted to apologize. Our first encounter was under such unfortunate circumstances.
How'd you keep your
Of course,
job?
may I offer my condolences?
He peed on the
rumor
map.
has it she wasn't the loyal company man she seemed.
Teresa wasn't a traitor.
There's that
Everything
guy.
she did was at Delos's behest. But happily for you, Mr. Sizemore, I think that you are ready for a real job.
This was the least painful way she's ever got out. You can't even say thank you.
Thank you.
Jesus fuck!
You think I didn't know what you were going to do? Would you like to know exactly what he did give me? Let me show you.
Ooh! Well, Maeve went and got herself an upgrade, huh?
It's time to recruit my army.
She's going back in the game? Nice. What other powers does Maeve now have?
Your tabs run up higher than a thief's pulse in church.
No, I don't believe it has.
How about a double round on me?
Why was he going after her?
And the bartender suddenly recalled he had some whiskey in the back to water down.
Wow, she could just rewrite the story. That's pretty cool.
Right on time.
Whoa. Okay, what are you gonna do with these guys?
The sheriff judged the riders to be upstanding, God-fearing citizens.
Okay, but to what end is all of this? What's she trying to do? She's just taking her power out for a test drive?
Time for me to set your mind at ease.
One last thing. Have you ever made me hurt anyone like this before?
No, Bernard.
Oh, gosh.
We're here.
Populated part of the park? Empty town? Empty town. Oh. God, Westworld's a fascinating place. Oh yeah, sure, she had this memory. She's gonna see the little girl.
Lovely work.
Yeah, there's the little girl.
Did you find what you were looking for, Dolores?
What are you doing?
What?
Are you okay? I was calling you and you just kept going.
Is this now? I can't tell anymore.
No, neither can I.
This place isn't good for you.
No.
This is what Arnold wants. He wants me to remember.
Where are you two going to go?
That was the place.
Where are you going?
Union scouting party.
Man, are you two fucked?
I love him. Oh, hey. Gonna put him back in?
What are you uploading?
35 years of vitally important data. What does concern you is giving him a semblance of a personality and getting him on the train out of the park.
Bernard! No one could blame you if you wanted to take a personal day.
Sorry, I don't understand.
You were both very discreet, but it's my job to know these things.
I respected Teresa, and what happened to her was tragic, but to be honest, I barely knew her. If you don't mind, I should get back to work.
Have you heard from Elsie Hughes? I left word with her this morning. She never got back to me.
I'm sure she's just enjoying her time off.
Or you killed her days ago.
For all the time we spent together, I still have no idea who the hell you really are.
Ooh,
You want to know who I am?
Yes.
Who I really am?
Yes.
I'm a god, married to a beautiful woman, father to a beautiful daughter. Then, last year, my wife took the wrong pills. I tried to console my daughter. She pushed me away, told me that she killed herself because of me. I had to prove her wrong, so I came back here. Reveals your true self.
Sure does.
I found a woman. I wanted to see if I had it in me to do something truly evil. I killed her and her daughter. The woman refused to die. And that was when the maze revealed itself to me.
Whoa, what?
The maze.
We're having some kind of behavioral problem with the madam. I've authorized a TAC team to retrieve her.
Good luck with that.
That's enough, Maeve. That's enough.
Tandy. Whoa.
Behavior wants her down for an immediate diagnostic.
Kill him.
You can't.
He's worse than Wyatt's men.
Probably.
I can't.
No, you can't.
Perhaps I can help you.
Finally gonna see Wyatt. The heck? Boy, I don't even really know where to begin. I don't know where to begin. So much happened in episode 8, and so many plot lines moved forward, and so many pieces got moved around the board, positioned to some major places. But God, in those reveals, it just peeled away so many things that we thought we knew about the show. And like the characters in the show, I'm feeling very conflicted in that I'm remembering things from past episodes, and it's changing what I thought about what had happened in those early episodes, and making me completely anxious about what's come in the last 2 episodes of the season. Everyone's sort of making plays for more power, right? Like we have Bernard and Ford, who are trying to regain control of some of the chaos from Teresa having to be murdered, right? They have to cover her mystery or cover her murder and leave no stone unturned in that mystery. Maeve is making a huge play for independence, and she gets a tremendous upgrade that I think overrides the failsafe that is built into her. That means she would explode if she were ever to try to leave the facility. This new upgrade gives her a power to essentially rewrite the story inside of it, which frees her up completely from the narrative loops that Ford and the programmers would potentially put her into. And we get a whole lot of backstory for the Man in Black, who, again, to me is the most intriguing. Him or Ford either are the 2 most intriguing characters, I would say. And then, of course, the unseen Arnold, who would be one of the most intriguing characters. But we find out that in real life, the Man in Black was an accomplished person who was also probably a closet, borderline terrible person. And even though he maintained a marriage and a family, a daughter, he was, as we say, the park brings out who you are truly, and he was truly a despicable person. And so he comes into the park, puts himself through a test, and ends up becoming the one who changes Maeve's storyline the most drastic. She was a pioneer, settler on a farm with a daughter, and the Man in Black shows up, kills the daughter, but Maeve sort of fights back, survives to a certain extent, and then the maze is burned into the ground in a Damon Lindelof kind of way. Hey, that's a Lindelof Lost. Well, and J.J. Abrams is an executive producer on this, isn't he? So, we're moving Man in Black a little bit more forward toward his confrontation with Wyatt. I'm going to assume those are his people. Dolores keeps getting called to by somebody who keeps saying for her to come find them. I don't know who that is. Her time loop is all screwed up in the fact that she is getting tremendous waves of memories who are come crashing down on her. And it's interesting, like a bunch of the hosts, whether it be Teddy, Maeve, Dolores, they're all dealing with this programming that has been reintroduced, right? The alarming programming that had been introduced by somebody. That's right, whoever Teresa was sending the information to. Is that what it is? that this is all happening on purpose and somebody's trying to manipulate Ford and bring down his park, well then, I mean, I'm gonna have to try to believe that it's Arnold still, because it almost feels like what Man in Black was saying, like there's Arnold's game and there's Ford's game, and it feels like the show, if I'm reading this properly, has just made a transition, an official transition from Ford's game to Arnold's game, which, as the Man in Black says, Arnold's game cuts a whole lot deeper. And I think the show just made that transition. If I'm reading this correctly, God, it's really hard to do this on the fly immediately after watching the episode and trying to process it, because, man alive, if you know Jonathan Nolan, this is the type of stuff that he loves to explore. This twisty psychological mind bend that Westworld deals in tremendously. So, yeah, I'm impressed by everything that I saw there, but it's a lot, and I kind of want to just sort of see what happens next, and how now that everyone's sort of putting their cards on the table, I'm intrigued to see which direction the show goes into. So that was episode 8, Trace Decay. No huge surprises, I don't think, but the reveals of true motivations of some of the key players is what we got in 8. And now we'll see whether we go through a linear conclusion of where the story is going, or if, as Westworld loves to do or has done for 8 episodes so far, if it's going to take a hard right turn or hard left turn away from what we expect and anticipate. And I guess what I expect from the show is for it to turn everything upside down on its head and take the not safe way forward anyway, because that's what's been pretty entertaining about it so far. So we'll be back with the reaction to episode 9 of season 1 of Westworld, and then we'll finish out the season together, prime ourselves up for a run through season 2, and then of course be ready for the season premiere of season 3. So to make sure that you don't miss a single reaction to Westworld so far, make sure that you hit subscribe, turn on your notifications, hit the comments down below, let us know what you thought about this episode and this reaction series in general, and we'll be back very quickly with episode 9 so that we can finish this first season of Westworld out together.